That's why we try as much as possible to learn what is behind the shadow or to know what we don't know. That's why we always say legends are made and legends are there, legends are kings. So, right, moving forward, today is a Palm Sunday, and we have been celebrating Palm Sunday for a longer time. Even we started celebrating Palm Sunday before you were born. But have you tried as much as possible to find out the secret why we celebrate Palm Sunday? Maybe you don't care. All what you know is the day is up, then you have to celebrate. When you get to Easter, we have a lot of activities to do. When you get to Easter, we need to celebrate Palm Sunday before the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. But there is a secret behind why we celebrate Palm Sunday. So let's look at the gist of the history of Palm Sunday. We always try as much as possible to give our information from a source. So today the source is still on Wikipedia. That's where we think and we know that we find a true and vivid information. Upon all this, you can also send your comment, you can send your messages through same message channel for us to read and know what we can do. But today our motive is to check or to find out the secret behind Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is the Christian movable feast that falls on the Sunday before Easter. And how many times have you realized, or how many times have you seen that Palm Sunday has fallen a Sunday? I think today's one is a special day, and we need to know why it's a special day. So the feast commemorates Christ's triumphal entry into Jerusalem, an event mentioned in each of the four canonical Gospels. Its name originates from the palm branches waved by the crowd to greet and honor Jesus Christ as he entered the city. Palm Sunday marks the first day of Holy Week in Western Christianity. This is the beginning of the last week of the solemn season of Lent, preceding Eastertide. While in Eastern Christianity, Holy Week commences after the conclusion of Great Lent. So these are the definition, or these are why it's called Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday because it marks the entry of Jesus entering Jerusalem, and the how do I say it? Like they meet him with palms just flopping and spreading on the ground, and also even using their clothes for Jesus to walk on. But it was very soon, and that was the death that bring the death of Jesus Christ. But let's see, in most Christian rites, Palm Sunday is celebrated by the blessing and distribution of palm branches or the branches of other native trees, representing the palm branches that the crowd scattered before Christ as he rode into Jerusalem. You see, these palms are sometimes woven into crosses. The difficulty of pouring palms in unfavorable climate led to the substitution of branches of native trees, including box, olive, willow, and yew. Many churches of mainstream Christian denomination, including the Orthodox, Catholic, Lutheran, Methodist, Anglican, Moravian, and Reformed tradition, distribute palm branches to their congregation during their Palm Sunday. Christians take these palms, which are often blessed by clergy, to their homes, where they hang them alongside Christian art, especially crosses and crucifix, or keep them in the Bibles and daily devotional books. In the days preceding this year's Lent, known as Carnival or Shrovetide, churches often place a basket in their nettles to collect these palms, which are then ritually burned on Shrove Tuesday to make the ashes to be used on following day, Ash Wednesday, which is the first day of Lent. So let's look at the biblical basis and symbolism of Palm Sunday. In the account of the canonical gospel, Christ's triumphal entry into Jerusalem took place a week before his resurrection. Only the Gospel of John shows a timeline of the event dated 6 days before the Passover. The raising of Lazarus is mentioned only by the Gospel of John. In the previous chapter, the Eastern Orthodox Church and Eastern Catholic churches, which follows the Byzantine Rite, commemorate it on Lazarus Saturday, following the text of the Gospel. In fact, the Jewish calendar date began at sundown. That's the Jewish calendar. That's how it begins, of the night beforehand and conclude at nightfall. The Gospel Matthew states that this happened that the prophecy might be fulfilled of Zechariah. Like Zechariah 9 verse 9. Aliu, I don't know much about Ethiopian and the Orthodox churches, but we try as much as possible to learn them, because it's not only going there can make you or can help you to know more about the place. So that's why we always say we try as much as possible to get our information from a good source, a source where we can direct you to follow it. So why somebody is saying, why are you talking about Greek or Jewish? No, about African first. I'm talking about all these things because in Africa, our perception, our understanding on these things is different. They are different because it, how should I say it to you? Because it was just transformed into our ears, into our mind, and we were trained to it. In the genesis of our life, as you are born, when you start going to church, we train you all these things. But we as legends, we try as much as possible to find secrets behind these things. Then for you being a church member or a church goer or not a Christian, for you to shape how you follow all these things. Somebody told me yesterday that in Easter is most celebration he always does, or he always meets. So in Easter, his problem right now is he don't have money, and within the week from tomorrow to Friday, he need to work hard to get money for the celebration. So we being legends, we want our audience to also know why we celebrate Easter or Palm Sunday, why all these things happen, so you can shape it to suit your lifestyle, not to suit somebody. Because after all, we came alone and we will go alone. So what are the good things? What are the impartation can you leave behind for your name to be mentioned or always pronounced after you're passed away? That's why we keep on learning all these things. Me, I'm not a rabbi, but I always try as much as possible to use our channel because we are legends and we are living in a legends world. All what we are doing today has happened before. I hope you get that. Okay, so yes, we celebrate Easter because Jesus Christ came back from death. We celebrate Easter. That's your understanding or your definition. That's why we are also trying as much as possible to know why we celebrate Easter. You are saying we celebrate Easter because Christ came back from death. But it starts more from Palm Sunday, and the scriptures want to tell us, or the scriptures is telling us that we celebrate Palm Sunday because it was the day or the fifth day, that the sixth day that followed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Oh, yo, I hear you now. Nahon, Hali. Let us know where you are speaking from, eh? But don't say that how you understand, how you understand it. Everybody should understand it the same way. That same apply to me. How I understand it doesn't mean everybody should understand it in the same way. But we are trying as much as possible to learn something from those who have already done what we are talking about. So let's continue from Wikipedia. Skezo say hi. Yeah, hi. Let us know where you are speaking or commenting from. No, I can't read the whole Bible. I'm not even reading a Bible. I'm just making reference from Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is one of the sources that we can use for reference. Yes. So let's continue. According to the gospel, Jesus Christ rode on a donkey into Jerusalem, and the celebrating there laid down their cloaks and small branches of trees in front of him, singing part of Psalm 118, verse 25. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. We bless you from the house of the Lord. So the day Jesus came to Jerusalem, this was the secret behind why they put branches, their clothes on the ground for he to walk on it. Because before then, now they have heard more about Jesus Christ, but the person is a Jerusalem boy, but we don't see him much on Jerusalem. So the day they heard he is coming to Jerusalem, they try as much as possible to also welcome him well. So the symbolism of the donkey may refer to the Eastern tradition. That's an animal of peace, unlike the horse, which is the animal of war. So I don't know if you get that. Donkey always represents a peace, because we know donkey, they are not by heart, but you can play even with donkeys as more time you want, but not same as horse. Even not horse, cow. Not easy. So so a king will have riding a horse when he was bent on war, and riding a donkey to symbolize his arrival in peace. Christ's entry to Jerusalem would have thus symbolized his entry as the Prince of Peace, not as war-waging king. Because even during all this time, they were looking for Jesus Christ. If we have records, or we have reference that we can make during all this time, how should I say, the Romans, they were looking for Jesus because they have been hearing much about him blaspheming and doing this and that. So, but as Jesus Christ personally knew that it's time for him to present himself, that's why he came with a donkey. He came for the purpose of the donkeys. He came as he here in peace. So if you have anything, if you have a problem with me, let us settle it. More than bringing, if I came with a horse, you know, horse run faster. Horse is a troublesome animal. So Jesus Christ didn't go to Jerusalem with a horse. But looking at in many lands in the ancient Near East, it was customary to cover in some way the path of someone thought worthy of the highest honor. The Hebrew Bible reports that Jehu, son of Jehoshaphat, where do you think he went from the age of 12 to 30? Yes, we have a full story or a full references to give on that, because we have been hearing some people say at the age of 12 to 30. Some people say that even he was in India, and some people also say that during that time he was helping his father in a carpentry work. So it has so many angles, and we know one day we will work on that. But because we are in because we are in a Easter month, we are trying as much as possible to find out why we practice Palm Sunday. And so even this means that in the Easter day we will bring you another thing. And which one is his father? He said, where do you think he went from the age of 12 to 30? And we said we have much references to make on, because at the age of 12 to 30, some are saying that he traveled to India, and some also are saying that from 12 to 30 years he was with his father working as a carpenter. So even in the Bible you see that when you get to some place you realize Jesus was a craftsman. It has a whole lot. That's why we are learning all these things. We are not here like you don't want me to continue what we are learning right now. If you ask me who is his father, we say, or we know clearly that Jesus was a spiritual born. He was a God's son. Yes, as you are saying, I thought his father is God. Yes, he was a God's son, but because Joseph got married to Mary, and Joseph married Mary before Jesus was born. So we always say that Joseph is the father of Jesus Christ when it comes to natural realm. But in a supernatural realm, we say God's son is Jesus Christ. So we say thank you for understanding what we are saying here. So let's get continue. So in many lands in the ancient Near East, it was customary to cover in some way the path of someone thought worthy of the highest honor. The Hebrew Bible reports that Jehu, son of Jehoshaphat, was treated this way. Both the Synoptic Gospel and Gospel of John report that people gave Jesus this form of honor. In the Synoptics, the people are described as laying their garment and cut rushes on the streets, whereas John specified fronds of palm. And so in Jewish tradition, the palm is one of the 4 species carried for Sukkot, as prescribed for rejoicing in Leviticus 23 verse 40. So in the Synoptic Gospels, they have different ways of explaining all these things, but John also has his way of explaining the leaves they used. In the Greco-Roman culture of the Roman Empire, which strongly influenced Christian tradition, the palm branch was a symbol of triumph and victory. It became the most common attribute of the goddess night, or Victoria. Please, I'm not reading any Bible, I beg you. We are just making reference. Where are you speaking from? Let us know where you are speaking from. Yeah, and that will be nice for us to all share the ideas. We are making references, so we are not using any Bible. No, it's a reference that we are making. So as any reference we make, you also try as much as possible to find more about what we are saying. We are not here to blaspheme. We are not here to tell lies. We are not here to confuse anybody, but we are here to learn something. That's the purpose of Legends World. So even skipping to somewhere, let's look at Eastern and Oriental. No, let's look at Western Christianity. In ancient times, we are looking at Western Christianity. In ancient times, palm branches symbolize goodness and victory. They are often depicted on coins and important buildings. Solomon had palm branches carved into the walls and doors of the temple. Wow. Again, at the end of the Bible, people from every nation raised palm branches to honor Jesus. Palm Sunday commemorates the entrance of Christ into Jerusalem, as we are always saying. So let's go and look at how countries know more about Palm Sunday. So looking at Belgium, in Hoogheden, one of the last remaining Palm Sunday procession takes place every year. A fellowship of 12 apostles carries a wooden statue of Christ around the town, while children go door to door offering the palms for coins. That's how Belgium celebrate their Palm Sunday. What about Bulgaria? Bulgaria also, Palm Sunday is known as Svetnica or Vrabnica or Flowers Day. People with flower-related names, example, Billiam, Leia, Margarita, Nivena, Ralista, Rosa, Tamnuzuka, Swevna. So let's say, okay, so all these names include a flowering or a flower. So they celebrate this day as their name day. So in Bulgaria, if your name is what we listed, example of what we listed, then it means when it's Palm Sunday, it's your birthday or it's your name day. So you need to celebrate it as your name day. Let's look at England. In the 15th through the 17th centuries in England, Palm Sunday was frequently marked by the burning of jack-o'-lantern figures. This was a straw effigy which will be stoned and abused on ash. Okay, sorry guys. So this was saw effigy which will be stoned and abused on Ash Wednesday and kept in the parish for burning on Palm Sunday. The symbolism was believed to be a kind of revenge on Judas Iscariot. So you see the England perception who had betrayed Jesus Christ. The effigy could also have represented the hated figure of winter, whose destruction prepares the way for spring. Let's look at Egypt and Ethiopia, how they know Palm Sunday. In the Coptic Orthodox Church and Orthodox Ethiopia, this holiday is referred to as Hosanna. Palm leaves will be blessed and distributed. They are used to create crucifix, rings, and other ornaments. So I think Egypt's celebration is the one of celebration most in kind they often used. Let's look at what about Finland? In Finland, it is popular. It's popular for children to dress up as Easter witches and go door to door in neighborhoods and trade decorated pussy willow branches for coins and candy. This is an old Karelian custom called verb hominem. It is customary for the children to chant with some variation Vivon to Rex. Wow. Which very roughly translates as I am wishing you a fresh, healthy upcoming year, a branch for you, a prize for me. The chant has been translated in Juha Verne's novel Totally Smashed as Willow Switch. Let's look at how Germany also celebrates. We have a lot here. I see how Africans celebrate, but it's not in. So guys, we will not go far, we will not continue much because we need to come back with different segments. And as you always know, welcome to Legends World. My name is MIC Cages. You can call me anywhere if you see me. You can give me invite to visit you anytime. Thank you.